All right, Thursday night, Dr. Carlen live. Welcome to the show. It's super fun. I'm really excited to introduce you to tonight's guest, who I absolutely adore. You adore her. I adore her. She also just won a really awesome award. She just won London's Best Caterer in the city because she's pretty freaking awesome. I just want everybody to get to know Chef Yoda.
Hi.
Yeah. So, Chef Yoda, how's it going?
It's going amazing.
Yeah.
I'm having the best day.
Yeah? Are you?
Yeah.
What did you do today?
Well, I found out I won this award that you just mentioned last night.
She just won an award! London's Best Caterer.
It's pretty exciting. And also I'm here, which is great.
Yeah.
And I have wine.
And we have wine.
And I have lady balls.
And we have lady balls. So we're going to cheers to wine.
Cheers.
We're going to cheers to lady balls. We're going to definitely cheers to you winning your award.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Because it's super great.
Yeah.
And I got to show off my new glass. I got a new glass.
Mm-hmm.
It's personalized. It's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're super excited.
Yeah. I've been looking forward to this all week. We came up with this idea, like,
We did.
how do you maintain energy during,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, during sex, right?
long sex marathons.
So, okay, so let me tell you guys the story as to how lady balls kind of happened,
It's so
okay?
good.
So, here's what happened and how lady balls happened. So, last year sometime, I had a friend over, and we had a bit of what I like to call a sex marathon, because those are a lot of fun. But like, it was, you know, like, and when I'm talking about a sex marathon, I'm not talking about like a 4-hour stint. Like a sex
All
marathon.
night.
Yeah.
Long. And the next day, like, you don't leave to get breakfast. You just, you
Yeah,
keep going.
like 10 hours minimum, and then
Yeah.
like, you know, like a whole weekend, like you just stayed locked in the apartment and you like go for it.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is. Like, it's so good.
Hang on a minute. No,
It's, yeah, we're like, yeah, okay, all right, it's so good, right? So I had this sex marathon, and it was so funny because I love to cook. I love food. You know this.
Mm-hmm.
I have a ton of food around me
Yeah.
all the time, and I love it. However, one of the things that I didn't want to do in the middle of my sex marathon was cook.
Right.
I was like, I don't want to cook. I want to just eat
You want like a snack
food
that's
and
there.
them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I want to eat them, and I want to eat food. I just want to like fuel up
Exactly.
and then get to it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, take a nap. You take a nap, you hydrate.
Yeah.
Hydration is sexy.
Wouldn't it be great if there was just like taco delivery or something?
Well, is that just eat?
Yeah, but like
Like
you have
tacos
to,
for
you
sex?
have to like get up and like go to the door and like pay. Wouldn't it be great? No? Okay.
So, Dos Tacos, we might call you.
Yeah.
About,
Los Lobos. We're coming for
or
you.
Los Lobos. We're coming for you for a sexy taco delivery
But in the
service.
meantime, we came up with this.
Okay, so back to the story. So what happened is that I was like, it would have been really great if I just had like popped in my freezer just like
Yeah.
a couple energy bites
Absolutely.
or something, just to kind of like fuel myself on the way in between meals, right? Because you need some energy.
And during other like high
Endurance?
cardio, high endurance activities,
High
like
endurance
I
activities?
run a lot.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'll grab a protein bar after, and they're freaking nasty. Like most of them are just like
Chalky.
or like a protein shake after. You don't want to go and like make a protein shake when you're having a sex marathon.
No,
It's the
no,
worst. It's the
no,
worst.
right?
Don't
The
do that,
sound of
people.
blenders
It's the
aren't
worst.
sexy. The sound of blender is not sexy. That does not make me
No.
think sexy things, right?
But lady balls.
But lady balls. So then what happened is that I tell Yoda this story. I was like, Yoda, you know, I have this like thing where like I like sometimes having a sex marathon here and there every once in a while, you know what I mean, with select friends.
Yep.
And I need something to like rev me up, to
Yep.
like keep my stamina going, get me feeling
Yeah.
good, doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
But
Yoda,
as yourself, you
Oh.
also want it to be healthy,
yes.
clean,
Yes, healthy, clean,
decadent,
definitely
sexy,
decadent.
like
Definitely
the opposite of a
sexy.
protein shake.
Everything.
Like I think like
And we're talking about like protein shakes, like in a blender protein shakes,
Yeah.
not like protein shake.
oh gross. I wasn't even thinking that.
I know,
just
I
so
did.
everybody knows. I wasn't
Because
even
I
thinking
I was like,
I did.
100%.
So anyways, so we thought of like the sexy foods first. So when we were brainstorming this
Yeah.
about like what if we were going to have like an ideal sex marathon snack that was like easy, clean, vegan, raw, gluten-free,
Decadent.
healthy, but also like gets you in the mood. It's like chocolate. It's the
Yes.
first thing that I thought of.
100%
Chocolate dipped
chocolate.
strawberries is like the sexiest
Yeah.
food ever. Anything dipped in strawberries.
Absolutely.
But there's not enough. Like, you could eat, you know, a lot of chocolate dipped strawberries and then be like, well, I'm satiated, but I need, like, energy, right?
Yes, and I don't get the energy,
So
right?
somewhere between that and, like, a protein shake.
And a protein shake. She's never going to think of a protein shake the same ever again.
I'm never going to have
Ever again, right? And I'm gluten-free and dairy-free, and Yoda's vegan, and like we were like, okay, so how do we like mesh the two, like really easy, because I'm pretty much vegan all the time anyway, but like how do you mesh the two worlds together, right? Like how do you do that? So
and have it still taste good. So like if you say like you're having a sex marathon and you like reach on your bedside table and there's like a snack there, it's gonna have to be tasty if you're gonna convince a guy like, no, we're not going out to like get tacos or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not getting the taco delivery service. We gotta stay in.
We have to stay in. It has to be tasty. Like
preferably you still in.
Precisely.
And
key.
then
So it's gotta be like something snacky. It has to be snacky. It has to be snacky.
It has to be quick. It has to be sexy.
So
it has to be good for you.
This is what we kind of came up with.
So we had a brainstorming session.
Can everybody see them?
We put a whole bunch of post-it notes on this wall.
Lady balls.
And we put down all the different foods.
Yeah, all the foods we thought were sexy.
Yep.
And all the foods that Carlen knows that, like, give you the qualities that you'll need to basically, like, we're talking, like, calories, protein, things like that, carbohydrates that are going to, like, basically, like, literally keep you going all night long.
Yeah.
So that's what's in here. And it's also sexy, and it's delicious, and it's healthy, protein-packed. Can't even think of the word now. But
I'm sorry.
Best thing ever is they're like hella easy to make. Like I whip these up in like less than 5 minutes. I'm gonna show everybody today how to do it. So they're super easy to make, and you could actually make them together as like a fun date, and then be like, okay, let's go to the bedroom for like 48 hours,
right?
And just eat this batch.
Yeah. So that's actually a really good idea. So get your lover to come over, your partner, whoever they are. Yeah. No, I think that's an excellent idea. So get them to come over, have your dinner, do all of that, do whatever you got to do, right? And then before you get into dessert, while you're drinking some wine,
there you go.
Cheers, Dr. Carlen Live, Thursday night, right? I gotta drink. It's bad luck to not drink after you cheers. Straight up. Anyways, right? And then you could like make them together.
Yeah.
And then pop them in the fridge, right? Because these are refrigerated.
They do. They don't actually have to be refrigerated. They just like if you make them and you want to eat them like soon after, they're better if they're set.
Okay.
Because they're pretty soft when you first make them, but these ones have been out for a bit, so they don't have to stay in the fridge. But if you can like let them set up, it's better. So basically, go have round one. Put them in the fridge.
Put them in the fridge.
Come back a couple hours later.
Round one.
They're set. Bring them to the bedroom. You're good.
Yeah. All night. All weekend.
All weekend.
It's Canada.
Yeah.
Guys.
Sorry. Am I allowed to say that?
You're totally. Okay. I just said protein shake.
Fucking.
You're definitely allowed to say fucking on my show.
I'm just like, oh wait, am I allowed to see you right now? Is this daytime? So it's fucking cold out.
We're Canadian. B, I mean, I know today is mild and it was like randomly raining.
I kind of still want to have a sex marathon today though, because it's gross out.
Right.
It's so. I mean, I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm here.
Well then.
But it's like gross out. Like you don't want to leave your house on a day like today.
No, you don't.
But especially like last week when it was fucking freezing.
And we had like 10 feet of snow.
And like all you want to do is like curl up under the blankets, and what better way if there's somebody there that wants to spend that whole
Exactly. Yeah. So we're gonna show you how to make some lady balls. Are you guys ready? Let's get started.
Cool.
Okay, so
all right, so
Chef Yoda.
That's me.
That's you.
So they're super easy. There's like less than 10 ingredients. Most of these things I found at Bulk Barn, but you can find them at, I think you went to Quartermaster today?
Yep, I went to Quartermaster today.
So you can find these at like any health food store, any bulk store, probably the grocery store. There's nothing weird here. Basically, it's all really healthy ingredients. The bulk of the ingredients is going to be oats, so any oat will do. This one is actually like a regular, what's it called, rolled oat. But I actually put it in my food processor, which I'm not going to show because that, like you said, blenders aren't sexy. So I just put these in just to make them like a little bit coarse. I don't know if like people can see that really, but
why did you make them coarse?
Just because if they're broken up a little bit, they're going to absorb all the other ingredients that we're going to put in.
Okay,
it's not a necessary step. It's just for me. I did a couple test batches and I found this is the best texture. So if you have a food processor or a magic bullet, just like pulse it 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, let's show them up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to just like,
see that.
the light's a little intense, but that's okay. You want to pulse your oats.
Yeah. Or what you can also do is you
Why?
can use
It's
instant
funny.
oats. You can use instant oats as well. It's
Instant
gonna
oats,
do
okay.
the same thing. So either or. I did get gluten-free oats because I know that you're gluten-free.
Thank you.
So these are certified gluten-free organic oats, but like literally any oat will do just fine.
Okay.
So basically I'm gonna go, bam.
2 cups of oats.
2 cups of oats. You got it.
Bam.
Next dry ingredient we're gonna do. I'm gonna get Carlen to measure that one. So we're gonna do this one's a flax here.
This one?
And I actually didn't bring a quarter cup, so just go up to the quarter around there.
Okay.
That might actually be perfect in there, but let's just measure it out.
Okay.
So the second ingredient, we're gonna do a quarter cup of ground flaxseed. If you don't have pre-ground flaxseed, I buy the pre-ground stuff just at like Bulk Barn.
Do you prefer it?
I do prefer it because grinding your own flaxseed is a bitch.
Yeah.
So glad I can say that on TV.
Dr. Carlen Live. You can say whatever you want. That's the best thing.
Flaxseed is an
More?
amazing ingredient for vegan and gluten-free people. First of all, it's a great egg substitute. So I'm
Oh,
using
it is?
recipes
Yes.
with require an egg. Basically what you do is you take a tablespoon, which looks like that,
Okay.
of ground flaxseed, mix 3 tablespoons of water in, 3 to 1,
Okay.
and then you
3 to
have
1.
basically like a vegan egg. So you would use this if you're making cookies.
Really?
We're not using it in this recipe, but
Yeah.
you're using cookies or cakes or muffins, anything that you need an egg, just swap it out for this flax egg.
Oh,
And it's,
flax egg. So does it create like kind of that like gooey?
It's like a
goose
gel.
thing? Like a gel.
Yeah, you let it sit for basically a couple minutes, and then it makes this gel.
Like chia.
Like chia, and it's also great because it's like super high in fiber and super low in cholesterol, which eggs are the opposite of that.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I like promote eating however you feel, but
Absolutely.
this recipe is totally vegan, and I'm just going to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
this recipe is totally vegan and it's gluten-free because that's what we are.
Yeah.
And that's what's important in our lifestyle. And we want to show you how being vegan, gluten-free, and all those things is actually really delicious.
And also, flax seeds are high in protein, which we talked about earlier.
So for people who talk about plant-based, because that's always the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, as a vegan chef, as a vegan, like, and I'm like getting introduced to the lifestyle because of some really wonderful people in my life who mean a lot to me, and just noticing in my health and the changes that have been going through my body. So prior to 2017, I was like omnivore, ate everything. I don't care where it came from, kind of. Well, I cared, but like, you know what I mean? And then I took a big shift last year, and I went. I started to try to go vegan. So I made it as far as being pescatarian for a while, and then I recognized because my body was starting to get clean. I started to recognize that I was actually reacting to gluten all of a sudden, and then I was reacting to dairy.
Yeah,
right?
It's a common thing once you start like eliminating those things from your diet because like gluten isn't like a toxic food, and actually most people who find they feel better after they're eating it, it's not actually because they have an intolerance, it's because they're often cutting out all the crap that comes along with gluten, which is like when you buy like Dempster's like white bread, you're eating like bleach,
yoga
and
mat
like,
material,
all kinds of weird stuff. So it's actually the fact that you're cutting those ingredients out, it's why you feel better. And then if you reintroduce gluten and you still don't feel great, then omit it. It's same thing with veganism. Like some people make the decision for all different kinds of reasons. But a great reason is because like after you cut out animal protein, you usually feel great.
Yes.
So in this recipe, we've used like basically like super high protein, high fiber plant-based proteins, which are not hard to find, and they're actually super cheap.
Super cheap.
So if you want to like literally you could eat these as like a breakfast like bar substitute or whatever.
After bar substitute.
Have to be for sex marathons. I mean, I think it should be. But,
I mean, we're making lady balls for sex marathons, but obviously you can have lady balls all the time.
Could be a high protein breakfast.
Right? Okay, so I'm gonna put the flaxseed
so you
in.
can put that in there.
I'm behind. Okay,
I'll also get you to measure 1 teaspoon of cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Ooh. Smell it. It just like cinnamon is
So
one
good.
of those
So
things.
sexy.
First of all, so sexy. Cinnamon is so sexy. Secondly, though, never put cinnamon in coconut oil and then put that on your bits.
Why would
Did that one time. I don't know. I just like, let's see what happens, right? Yeah, that did not go well.
I have a really funny story about like aloe vera gel, but I'm not going to tell it. Probably similar
Will you
results.
tell me
though. You know what? Okay, I'm only saying this because like I love the company, but you know what is good for that?
What?
Is Purdy Natural Shiver Me Timbers. Have you ever
I haven't tried it.
try it?
Purdy Natural Shiver Me Timbers?
Because it's got cinnamon oil,
Yes.
eucalyptus,
Yes.
peppermint, and menthol.
And what do you do with Shiver Me
Well,
Timbers?
it's meant to be a muscle balm, so if you have sore muscles, you can rub it, but like
But like if it
Erogenous
migrates,
zones.
I'm
super embarrassed.
oh my goodness. I mean, shout out to Pretty Naturals. We love you
Shout
too.
out, Pretty Natural.
But what I love about cinnamon, cinnamon is that cinnamon actually, what can I say? Cinnamon stimulates blood, right? So cinnamon stimulates blood in your body. It kind of gives you that spicy, hot, like, without the like kick on your tongue, right? And that's why I like cinnamon, because it is stimulating for blood. So we want that to happen.
This actually will help you go all night long.
Exactly. This is actually going to help you have more pleasure, right? And experience more pleasure, because it's going to get your blood going. Okay, so
don't put it on with coconut oil. Got it.
Just don't put it on your vagina.
Check.
Just don't. Okay,
one teaspoon. You got it.
Is that right?
Yeah,
one teaspoon. Okay.
This recipe, by the way, is very versatile. So if you're like measuring and you don't have a teaspoon and you just like want to do one of these, like go for it. Doesn't really matter. Also, it doesn't have to be.
Is that what you just did? Did you just like?
I'm like a chef, so don't worry about it. It's like my line. I'm like a chef. But you don't have to use cinnamon. I know we just talked about all the great properties of cinnamon, so it is great in here. But you could also use like nutmeg. Cinnamon's not your thing.
Nutmeg.
You could completely omit the spice.
You could.
You could use allspice. You could use mace.
Ooh,
you could
allspice
use
is good.
Cloves. Like any sort of like pumpkin pie. Ginger, ground ginger might be nice in here.
Ginger would be good in there.
If you don't feel like spice and you feel like a different flavor, I did try this recipe with some orange zest, which I think has a similar property in it.
Yes.
Blood
Oh yeah,
flow.
the citrus with the blood flow.
So
I just don't like chocolate and orange.
Yeah, me neither. Also, this has peanut butter in it, and that would be weird if we had all those things going on.
Yeah, that's
okay. So next ingredient is the chia seeds.
Chia
so we're gonna
seeds.
do 1 tablespoon. That's the big one here.
Big one.
So chia seeds, same as the flax seeds. I got them at Bulk Barn. You can get them at any health food store. It's a totally vegan. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Totally vegan, raw, gluten-free product. Basically, what I do is I buy a baggie of flax seeds and a baggie of ground chia seeds, ground from the Bulk Barn. I put them together in a bowl, mix it up, put it in a mason jar, and then I have this like basically jar of like superfood in my pantry. It's amazing. You don't have to be vegan to eat that as a product, but if you are vegan or you're like cutting back on meat products, it's an amazing source of plant-based protein. Basically, I put it on everything. So I put that sprinkle that on my salad. Sprinkle it in my smoothie.
Is it like it's a sprinkle thing?
Yeah, so it's like this.
Okay.
You know, the thing you mentioned before. So the flax and the chia, I just buy them at Bulk Barn. You can get a whole big bag. It's like $5.
Yeah.
Mix them together, put them in a mason jar, keep it in your fridge, because they will go rancid, like, relatively quickly.
Oh, okay.
And then
good to know.
It's just the mix. So you can have that, and basically you can sprinkle that, like I said, in your granola, on your cereal, in a smoothie.
On a salad.
Like,
chicken.
Roasted veggies. Basically anything, if you're, like, feeling tired or you're feeling like you need a little boost and you need some protein, like, for me, that's one of the best sources. Also, hemp seeds are another great one. We're not going to put that in here today.
I love hemp seeds.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with hemp seeds.
It's actually insane how much protein is in hemp seeds.
They're so good. Like, I
13
eat them.
grams
13
in a quarter
grams.
cup.
In a
like,
quarter cup?
It's nuts. Like, if you ate a quarter cup of hemp seeds a day, you would be... I just realized that I'm talking about, like, protein in a weird way again.
No, that's good. No, but I didn't actually go the sex way that time. I was just like, no, legit hemp seeds.
Sure you didn't.
No,
She's like, yeah, totally.
For once. I was like, I actually, like, legitimately love... Because, like, chia... Okay, like, I like chia, but the only thing with chia is that when it... Like, you know... I don't do smoothies.
Already don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know. You're like, I don't even know what she's gonna say. We'll see what happens. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. We'll see what happens. But like, so with chia, right? Because first of all, I don't like smoothies. Right? It's like, I don't like fucking smoothies.
You were serious when you said blenders aren't sexy, eh?
No, like I don't like. There's something about like that texture that like, and it's like sucking my food. I'm like, listen, like I'm a chewer. I don't know.
You learn something more about Carlen every day.
I don't like smoothies. I love ice cream. I love ice cream.
This would be amazing on ice cream.
Chocolate pudding is like my favorite thing ever.
Pudding, sure.
However, I find that when people put chia, especially in smoothies, and then it gets like...
Well, what a lot of people do is they...
like, you know, like it gets...
It's when it mixes with liquid. So the whole thing with the chia, the flax egg that I was talking about earlier, it's when it mixes with water, and it's only when it's ground. So if you're, chia seeds are maybe a little bit different, but they have to soak for a long time to have that effect. So if you put like just a little sprinkling of chia seeds on your salad, like not ground, and it's not like mixed with water, basically it's not going to have that texture. It's just once it sits in water, it has that texture. And it's a texture that's not for everyone. It's kind of like gooey.
Like it's gel. Like it's like a...
Like it might be okay for a sex marathon, but every day, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, moving on.
I want gel enough. It's like a thing. I don't know. But hemp seeds, I love hemp seeds. So could you substitute chia for hemp seeds?
Yes.
Excellent.
You absolutely. You could actually, if we wanted to, we could just. You don't even have to substitute. You could just add. This recipe is really, really versatile. So we could add hemp seeds if we wanted to.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk. Well, like I said, you can adjust the cinnamon for a different spice. You can put. What?
Oh, I was just saying. I thought someone said add turmeric, and I was like, yeah.
You could. Like, there's no reason you couldn't. What was that? Flour we were talking about?
Schisandra.
Sex flour.
We were trying to find some like Schisandra berries to like throw in here because Schisandra is also like a very sexy plant. You know, it's a very feminine plant, very sacred, very like woman. Often you'll find like kombucha with like Schisandra and like rose, like that kind of a mixture, and it's just very feminine, very delicious. So we wanted to add that because of one of our other ingredients. It's kind of like the masculine side.
Which one's that?
Maca.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What I find, like, the way, when I hear you say those words, when I hear you say, like, this is gonna sound so weird, I almost don't want to say it, but I'm gonna. When I hear you say, like, feminine, sexy, like, that great ingredient, like, I honestly think of maple syrup. Is that fucking weird? I don't know. Okay, so.
Are we there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, right now we have, actually, no, we have one more dry ingredient to add, which is, this is totally optional ingredient. I am going to add it because I want to have like a really long sex marathon, so I'm just going to add it. Tablespoon or teaspoon or like whatever you like. This is totally optional. Vegan.
Is that this?
Yeah. So this is just a store-bought like regular brand vegan protein powder. You can totally leave this out. You can add like a quarter cup if you want. Again, this is like a vanilla flavor, so it's going to add a little flavor, but also it's just going to add that punch of protein.
she can't say protein. She's never going to be able to say protein.
Like never.
Ever again.
Next time I'm on Rogers, it's going to be really embarrassing. And add the protein powder. Oh,
okay,
God.
so this is fantastic.
That's why I love coming to Carlen.
Okay. So we have all of our dry ingredients.
I'm just mixing them up. I don't know if people can see that.
Mixing the dry.
Cool. And so basically at this point we've got two. Right now.
Whisk?
No. This
Oh, okay.
I'm just actually going to use my hands later, so it's fine.
That's how
that's all the dry ingredients. We have two wet ingredients that is basically going to make that look like this.
Okay.
Two wet ingredients are going to be maple syrup, which I already said is super
syrup.
sexy. Now, this is the real deal. This is like stuff that like a family member of mine like tapped from a tree and reduced.
Oh my God, can I lick it for a second? Can I try it?
You can do. Oh, this is going to be so hot.
Oh
Anyways.
my God.
Yep.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh. See guys? See it? Yep.
I love maple
Lady
syrup.
balls.
Though. Lady balls.
So, maple syrup, you can use, like, I almost shouldn't say this, but you could use, like, Aunt Jemima's if you wanted to. But I like a real...
No, you can't. I'm sorry. No, you can't. You can't
real
use,
maple syrup.
You can't use Aunt Jemima's. We are in Canada. There are maple trees here. You are not using Aunt Jemima's.
I just mean you could use, like, I don't know. You could use any maple syrup. Any maple syrup.
All right.
You can also...
birch syrup is also really
But
delicious.
you could also use agave.
Oh, agave.
And you could also use brown rice syrup.
Brown rice
and
molasses.
If your molasses might be a little bit too thick. You might have to, like, substitute with something. But you could also use honey if you're not vegan. That's totally fine. So maple syrup goes in.
Maple syrup.
And make sure every drop is in there, just to make sure these aren't.
I have maple syrup almost every day.
You have like a big jar of it in your freezer.
I do have a big jar of it in my freezer, thanks to my best friend. And best friend Amber brought me maple syrup. Well,
she's not the one giggling in the background. Definitely not. Next wet ingredient. This is our second last ingredient. Is peanut butter. So when we were talking about like sexy ingredients, like we were on the chocolate train. We were like chocolate and strawberries, chocolate dip. Like mango, like
yeah,
we were really like into like
we were in the zone.
Sexy. Yeah,
we were like, what are the sexiest ingredients that we know?
It was awesome. We had like 10 people sitting around just shouting out like sex foods, and there were some really good combos. But like when we talked about it, it was like chocolate and peanut butter. It has to be chocolate and peanut butter.
Because that's my favorite flavor combination.
So
is that your favorite? What's your favorite flavor combination?
I think I'm gonna go like chocolate and strawberry.
Yeah.
But again, it's not in like I've done this before, and it's like it's not enough.
Yeah,
it's not enough. Like you need like all the other things. So chocolate chip strawberries are great and sexy for like a short marathon.
Yeah, with champagne and all of that, right? But it doesn't keep you satiated, right?
But this will.
I have another question for you. This
on.
is a question that another darling friend of mine.
While you're doing that, I'm just gonna add the peanut butter into here.
I just kind of want to lick it a little bit too.
Just do this. This is again a really good quality organic. Just straight peanut.
Do this and then do this.
I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to look like that when I do it, but that was great. So this is an organic, just peanut butter. You can just, again, I'm going to just put this out there for people who aren't like into that. You could use like Skippy or like whatever. And that's fine.
Okay,
but
here's the deal.
No,
I used to love Skippy.
Anyways, it's going in the bowl and I'm going to start mixing
Peter
it.
Pan? Do you remember Peter Pan?
Peter Pan, no.
Peter Pan
Mine
peanut
is
butter. My grandfather, who I love, like I just adored, used to buy Peter Pan peanut butter. So when I became an adult, I was like on a search for Peter Pan peanut butter. Because that's what it was called.
You're doing really good with the whole...
I'm really good with tongue twisters.
Again, can't even. Anyways, okay, so just stay on track. Focus.
I'm on track.
That last ingredient. So we have this like.
Oh, okay.
I asked Carlen to pick up like a small amount of good quality chocolate, and she brought me. Actually, I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah.
She brought me all of these.
She's like, get chocolate.
She's got like all of the amazing chocolate. So we've got like sea salt. We've got like
Yeah,
almonds.
I love this. The Alter Ego stuff
good.
is like one of my favorites. Alter Ego, the quinoa Alter Ego. I didn't bring the quinoa because I was like, we don't need quinoa on this, but like the Alter Ego stuff is actually legit my favorite. And then we got the Lily's stuff, which I like as well.
And if you like chocolate chips is actually what I used the other day when I made
Yeah.
this because I didn't have access to like amazing dark chocolate. But again, if you're vegan, doing the vegan gluten-free thing, just buy a pure semi-sweet or unsweetened chocolate chip. Dark chocolate is best. If you're, feeling, you can buy like butterscotch chips. You could put like, replace the chocolate chips with anything else. Peanuts,
Reese's
dried
Pieces?
fruit, Reese's Pieces, anything you like. We're actually going to use this really sexy maca chocolate, and you can tell them all about that. But while you're doing that, I'm going to smash the hell out of this chocolate.
Okay, so...
Because that's going to be really fun.
Yeah, because that's what we have to do. Because if we're going to use this chocolate, we got to smash it.
Chocolate bar in a bag.
Right? Smash that on the floor.
Something hard. That's what she said. Something to hit it with. You could use a pot. She has this great mallet. And then you're going to just bang the hell out of it. Because that's the whole purpose of this.
Just don't get my fingers.
No, I'm going to do it down here. I was just showing you.
Okay.
So bang the hell out of it and then take these and go bang the hell out of it.
Yeah.
That's not sexy, but I have to do it, so.
You have to do it.
It is kind of sexy, though.
I mean, banging is hot.
I kind of like it. I kind of feel like a sexy construction worker.
That's what I'm saying. Construction workers are sexy.
So why is there the maca in here again?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I picked up maca chocolate because maca root is also considered to be a libido booster, a natural libido booster, especially for men or male-identified humans, because it does help with the testosterone boost, right? So I grabbed this chocolate because it had maca in it, which will be also a libido booster, right? I was like, we have the cinnamon, we have all this protein, we have all the stamina stuff, but I want something to like really kind of get us going, right? So maca, whether you add it to your morning smoothies, whether you add it to like your cereal, whether you add it to like little bites like this, actually has been shown to increase your libido and your desire for sex, whether you're male or female, whatever identified body that you're in.
I honestly almost don't know if I'm going to need that after like peanut butter and cinnamon and maple syrup, but you never know.
I mean, it's supposed to be a bite, right? It's supposed to be like a...
That's true.
And let's keep going.
So I have while you were giving that amazing info on the maca, I mixed this up. So right now, and this is a part where like you're gonna probably use your hands. You can also like, if you're weird, you can like put like gloves on and like be weird, but
That was the best.
Damn.
Don't use gloves.
Yeah, just
People are allergic to latex. That's a real thing.
it's actually a real thing. I actually am.
Yeah. Are you?
Yep.
There's
So
a lot of latex.
so I'm
in this
not-
house. I was like, wait a second.
So I'm not using any gloves. I'm just gonna use my hands, but you're gonna join me and it's gonna be fine.
Oh, okay.
And well, you don't have to. But anyways, basically I have this like kind of like coarse.
I mean, I'm not one to say no when someone says, will you join me?
I'm just gonna like put my hands in.
Shut
But
it.
here, hold your hand out.
Okay.
And basically right now we're just gonna make some lady balls. So
We're going to make some lady balls.
So you have that little piece and you basically just take it. If you're having a hard time with this, you can wet your hands slightly. Like run them under water, shake it out, and then fuck, this is brutal. I'm like starting to realize everything I've ever said on a cooking show before is like a double entendre.
That's
and
what
it's
I mean.
awful.
This
like
is
are
why.
people, like answer me honestly, people. When I'm on Rogers TV doing like salad tossing, damn it. But like, are you guys like laughing at me? Being, like,
When Yoda's tossing salad on Roger's TV. What are you thinking? Because I know what I'm thinking.
I'm pretty sure I've said that.
Yeah, absolutely you have. I've got a meme about it.
So you have a really nice ball, lady ball. So basically, we'll start doing that.
Okay.
So it's done. Like
I was showing them off.
It's over. We're forming them.
Okay.
So this recipe that we just showed you, which I think Carlen's gonna post,
Yes.
the lady ball recipe.
Yes.
It's super easy. Like we'll go through it again. So there's 2 cups of gluten-free coarse ground oats.
Yep.
Half of a cup of ground flaxseed. 1 tablespoon of ground chia seed. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Half a cup of maple syrup or honey. Half a cup of really good quality peanut butter. 1 tablespoon of protein powder, which is optional. And about a third of a cup, I actually didn't measure this at all, I put the whole bar in, so yay.
Because that's how we do chocolate.
Approximately a third of a cup of like crushed up chocolate or chocolate chips or like I said, nuts or dried fruit or whatever you like. And basically this recipe is going to make...
No dried fruit.
Depending... yeah, I forgot this is for sex and friends, not grandma's.
But, this isn't Christmas time.
Shit. So basically what this is going to make, depending on the size of your ball...
Depending on the size of your balls.
Depending on the size of your balls. This is going to make anywhere between like 12 and 18 lady balls.
I kind of want to make a big ball.
I'm not like, no, but like this
I like big balls.
Can you guys just be serious for 1 second? I like a smaller ball because you can fit it in your mouth easier. It's so bad. But I'm being serious. With these, I actually do like them like this size.
You like them? That's a good size.
It's
size
supposed
ball.
to be like snack size.
How big is a good size ball? How big would you say that? It's like an inch around.
I'm crying inside, everyone. So I like them this size because they're snack size.
Snack size.
And also you can just take a couple out of your fridge and put them on your bedside table and just like go to town. Yeah.
So, depending on how big you like your balls, is going to depend on how many this recipe yields for you.
It's, every time I've made it, it's been like like I said, between 12 and 15, or 12 and 18. So if you can get 12 out of it, you like big balls. And if you get 18, you like small balls. And if you get 15 like me, you like average size balls.
It's like Goldilocks and the 3 balls. Like, what is even happening?
Nice. Well played.
Right?
So
Like,
we're almost done. You guys can see how literally quickly this is happening. We're almost done.
she's so fast.
Well, I am. I'm just like a chef.
You are kind of a chef.
So like this would be really fun on a date, right?
This would be so fun on a date. I think A, really good for your sex life. B, also really fun on a date. You kind of get your hands dirty. You can like lick each other's hands after, right? Like it's hot.
See, it's not as hot as when she does the peanut butter thing.
It's
I'm like, it's not. Like this, not as good.
I'm not even like, my balls aren't even forming into balls anymore. I don't even know what's happening. But if
She was making fun of me earlier for my small balls, but she's got really weird shaped balls. Like really weird. They have angles. They have
First
points.
of all, I'm not a hater. Just to be clear. Okay? We were made.
Just stop sucking on your fingers. It's very distracting.
I don't know how to not suck on my fingers when there's food on them.
Look, there's a little mini ball.
Is that like what people do? Like, do you know how to not? Like, I just want to eat it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Again, mine's not gonna be sexy, so I'm just
Anyway.
over here, like snack on my fingers. So this made like about that, and I also pre-made some so that we could try one because these ones, like I said, these ones are actually quite soft. They're fine to eat. You can totally eat this now, but if you let these just sit in the fridge for like 1 round, hopefully an hour at least.
45 minutes.
And then
not 7
come
and a
out,
half.
take them out of your fridge, take them back, give your man or woman a snack, and be like,
Yeah.
all right, let's go again. And just like keep doing that until they're gone, and then you've got like a weekend.
And then we got, right? Super fun date.
Yeah.
Super great precursor to your night and your weekend. Right?
That's really good. We did
It was
good.
so good. High five. Or like, whatever. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't care. We're friends. It's fine. And so I want to try one because I haven't tried one yet. Everyone else here tried one, but I didn't try one yet. Because I like the authentic
I'm not waiting.
experience. Oh, okay.
I'm not waiting at all.
I like the authentic experience. She likes to just shove the balls in her mouth right away without waiting. I mean, she warmed them up. It's fine.
My mouth is full, so I can't even rebuttal. But
I know. That's why I said it.
I'm pretty good. But seriously, it's like a breakfast food. Wouldn't this be good like first thing in the morning, like after a run or some sex or whatever?
After anything. These are good for after anything. Right? It's a little bit of a bite. A little bit delicious. They're sexy. They're decadent. They're easy to make. They're vegan. They're gluten-free. They're good for you. I don't know. I don't know what's not to like about Lady Bells. right? So for those of you who are watching and you're interested to know how to make your own lady balls, because you don't want to write everything down,
Super easy.
I'll be posting the recipe tomorrow on all my Facebook pages, so you can access it and make your own lady balls on your own time.
Awesome.
Right? Yeah. Anything else we should add?
I don't know.
No. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for joining us for Lady Balls, episode 42, Dr. Carlen Live 2018. This is what's happening. This is what we're going to do. Thank you, Chef Yoda.
You're welcome.
For joining me.
It was the best.
And I hope you guys had a good time. Check out the recipe tomorrow. It's going to be posted tomorrow morning on all my Facebook pages. Make your own Lady Balls. Have a good time. I love you. And I'll catch you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. I got to get over here. I got to turn it off.
I have a bottom of my hand.